Hello everyone, Lieutenant Paul Bloom here, and today I'm joined with Lieutenant Doug Watts from our Marine Patrol. And Marion County is unique. We have a lot of wonderful waterways that people like to get out and enjoy, but there are some ways to do it safely and still have a good time. And we want to kind of talk about that today real quick. Lieutenant Watts, what can you tell us about some of the typical violations you see, maybe specifically the Rainbow River? That's one of the places a lot of folks like to go enjoy. I know they have some unique rules there. What can you tell us about that?
So yes, the rainbow is very unique in our county as far as wanting to protect its natural habitat. So we will be on the Rainbow River. We will be enforcing county ordinance violations and Florida state statute violations. But to talk about some of those violations, what folks don't understand is when you go out on the Rainbow River, you're not allowed to bring any disposable containers.
We have some of those today.
So water bottles, any kind of container that you would bring with you on a boat that you would use and throw away into the garbage when you're done with is a $50 violation. So this is a $50 violation. It's just this water bottle. If you want to bring food with you, that's fine, but it cannot be in this type of bag. The bag or container that it needs to be in is a Tupperware container. If you want to bring water with you or soda, you need to be putting it in some sort of container like this Yeti type cup. Something that you can put in the dishwasher and reuse. And that's what I tell a lot of folks is things that you don't typically put in the dishwasher to reuse are things that you don't bring on the Rainbow River. Alcohol is strictly prohibited on the Rainbow River. That's a $50 fine if we catch you with alcohol. If we catch you with a case of this water, you could get a $50 ticket for each water bottle, each container, each bag, anything that you can throw in.
I pay like $1 for this bag of peanuts right here, and that gets real expensive. And that's one of the reasons we want to do this, because we want you to be hydrated out there, but do it the right way. And it's all, again, just in keeping in mind protecting the Rainbow River. And so what's some other kind of common violations you guys are seeing out there on the water?
A lot of stuff we're seeing too is safety equipment violations. Not having enough life jackets in the boat. You're required to have a life jacket in the boat for every individual in the boat. Children under the age of 6 have to have a life jacket while the boat is in motion, and that means either the motor's running and is driving down the river or on the water, or if you're not anchored up, you have to be anchored up for that child not to have to wear a life jacket. So if that boat is adrift in the water, that child has to wear a life jacket at all times. So we see a lot of those violations with children. Some of the other stuff would be registration. Make sure that your registration on your boat is proper and it's up to date. It's just like the registration in your car. All right, this is the tag on your car basically, and these numbers have to be properly spaced, and they have to be contrasting to the boat so that we can see the numbers. So we're going to be checking for violations on that. Just like a car, your registration has to be in the boat with you. So when you're stopped by a law enforcement officer, you have to produce that registration upon request.
And we are going to be out there this summer in force. You guys have been on the water already and enforcing these laws, and just really, again, our goal is safety. That is number one, because there are a lot of boaters, a lot of waterways for us to cover, and ultimate goal here is safety. So before you go out, make sure you have some other equipment they should have on the boat as well. I know maybe some sound devices.
Correct. Every vessel has to have a sound producing device on it, under 40 foot. This is a Type 4 throwable device. This is required on any boat that's over the length of 16 foot. So if you have a boat over 16 foot, you have to have a Type 4 throwable device, as well as a life jacket for everybody on the boat, Type 1, 2, or 3 life jacket.
So my arm floaties that I normally wear would not?
No, I don't think that's going to fly.
Okay, all right. I got to learn to swim.
Yes, sir.
Point.
Yes,
This
sir.
is crazy. All right, so we know the $50 fine on the Rainbow River for a water bottle that's disposable. But also with these violations of state statute, we're talking about life vest and safety equipment. What are some of the fines there that someone could be facing?
So we're talking about $50 violations. Those are county ordinance violations on the Rainbow River. When we're talking about registration violations, you're talking about a $123 violation. Life jacket violations are $140 violations. So there's certain amounts for different types of violations, but you're looking at a maximum of $140 violation for some of the life jacket stuff. So any safety equipment violation is going to be $140. Registration, that's $123.
All right, so that's some great information there as far as the safety things go. Now, if somebody's going to get out and operate a boat in the water, is there a driver's license that they have to have or anything like that?
No, there's no driver's license, but there is a Florida boater education card that anyone born after January 1st, 1988 they have to take the course. It's an online course. You can take it for free online, print out a certificate or have a card, a hard plastic card mailed to you. You have to have that with you if you meet those requirements. So if you're born January 1st, 1988 or later, you have to have that card.
Okay, so I just missed the cutoff on that. We'll just say it's Hollywood. We can make up stories out here about birth dates. All right, so now one of the things I've seen out there, and I'm kind of jealous when I see it because it looks like a lot of fun, is like a personal watercraft, a jet ski. That looks like a lot of fun, but I know there's got to be some safety rules around that.
Yep.
What can you tell us about those?
So if you're operating a personal watercraft or a jet ski, you have to be over the age of 14. 14 and older can operate that, and you also have to possess your floater boater card while you're operating that jet ski. Also, you're required to wear a type 1, 2, or 3 wearable life jacket, and it has to be either zipped up or buckled. So if you're sitting on that jet ski and it's open, it's not buckled, it's not zipped up, that's a violation. You also have to have the lanyard attached to your kill switch. So you have to be wearing your lanyard at all times while that vessel, that watercraft's in the water.
Yeah, so if they fall off, that shuts off automatically.
If it falls off, it'll shut off.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, very good. And I think overall too is just common courtesy out there on the water, being kind to your fellow boaters and looking out for those. Some people out there to enjoy a watercraft or fishing or skiing or just hanging out in a boat. So be courteous to others. That makes life a lot easier and a lot more fun.
Yes, absolutely. It gets hot out here, and sometimes people get frustrated pretty quick. But we just want folks to go out there and have a good time, enjoy the water. If you see any kind of violations that need to be reported, please let us know. Careless operation, any kind of drunk driver on the water, what we call BUI, boating under the influence. Please report those violations to us so we can look into those. If you're having an issue with a no wake zone near your residence or otherwise, please let us know about that as well.
Great to know that. And again, these guys, his team is going to be out there in full force all summer long, patrolling these waterways, making sure you're safe and that everybody's enjoying their time and doing it the right way. All right, so I know we're out there and there's water everywhere, but it's something that may be forgotten or not even thought about is a fire extinguisher. Don't think about having a fire out on the water, but it is possible. What are some of the rules with that?
So you're not required to carry a fire extinguisher on board of your boat unless your boat has a closed compartment, some sort of cabin or a spot where the gas tank is inside. If the gas tank is exterior, then you're okay. But if the gas tank is on board in a compartment, you have to carry a workable fire extinguisher on board.
That just makes sense, having a motor in there and a potential fire hazard.
Fumes, yes.
Now, what about boats, no motors, like the paddle boards you stand up on? Some rules apply for this as well?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked about that because there are rules for paddle boards. You'll see a lot of those on the Rainbow River. We do. If you are on a paddle board, you must have a life jacket on board that paddle board.
Okay, makes sense. Again, just looking out for everyone's safety.
That's it. You don't have to wear the life jacket, but you must have one on there ready to go.
Very good. So thank you, Lieutenant Watts, and we hope maybe we see you out there, and having a good time. And when you see us, let us know you saw Lieutenant Watts on video. And
we'll see you out there. Sir.